shut your mouth. Yeah, the name is Show Dog Brown. Yo, I get down. The ladies love the way I howl. Just fooling around, guys. What? Was I too loud? Look, I'm a magical rap battle assassin, everlasting. Ain't no need for a caption. Me and my team, we so heroic. There's no opponent that can take us down.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Superfan Addicts podcast. I'm your host, Ray Showdog Prisby, and we got a great show for you tonight. But first, let me introduce the folks here. We got the Spot Dog, Double T, Tony Turner, and we got Lou up in the house. What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Lou, what's
From
happening?
Indiana.
Okay. Well, you know what? He was going to observe. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I can.
Yeah. Sorry, Lou. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I sent him the link.
I'm I'm texting Cody. I'm like, Cody, who is this? I'm like, who the heck is this?
Nobody tells me nothing. My fault.
I'm sorry about that. Hey,
What's
Cody,
up?
how you doing?
It's all good. It's all good. So what's been going on? What's been going on with you? What's been going on with you, Double T?
Oh man, hey man, the sun is shining. Hey bro, this so good. It was cold yesterday. It's warm today, and man, oh man, it's good to come home to the sunlight and coming home to talk about the Browns, boy. All right, man, putting on my jersey. Know I'm gonna be hanging out with pound for pound best Brown collector of all time, Sugar Ray Prisby.
All right, hey Cody, what's been going on with you?
Man, was y'all's weather as crazy as ours this week? Because it was like Sunday, it was like 75, beautiful day. The next day, it was snowing. And then the snow was melted by Wednesday. And then today, it's back up in the 60s. Did y'all have the same thing?
Maybe a 10-degree difference. Because we got the 50s today, and I think it's supposed to be 50 tomorrow. But yeah, we got like 4 inches of snow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we probably would have, but it didn't stick for the first. Because I went out to walk, and I was like, oh, it's raining a little bit. It's not too bad. And, man, I got about almost 1 mile into my walk. I was doing 2. And here it came, just pouring the snow. And I get a work call. So I'm on the work call trying to talk. And brutal week, but I got my miles in. I've dropped another couple pounds. I'm not hitting any milestones or anything like that, but I did have a nice jump this week. But man, I'm just watching a little NCAA tournament basketball on the side here while we're going. I was going to start off with our weekly trivia question, but Tony left us. He must have got an important call.
Okay, well, hey, he can't stop a show. And wait
right.
a minute, he don't get credit. He don't get credit if he ain't back in time for the answers anyway. Wait, what is the number today?
I ain't telling you until Tony gets back. Just to be fair.
I think it's
Nah, he might be listening, dude. He can Google it right now and beat you. Don't
no.
tell him.
That's the one thing. We old enough. We don't need to Google because we pretty much remember a lot of these players and numbers. Plus, I'd rather try to guess first before I went to. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorry
Tony,
about that. I had to call the guy and let him know I made the mistake on that. Because I was saying when he said Lou, I thought, is that the ghost of Lou Groza? When he said Lou.
Yeah, I was like, all right. So what's the trivia question, Cody? Now that he's back,
there's one that's gonna be so easy, but we on the 43rd episode of the Superfan Addicts podcast, Tony and Ray. Give me a number 43 from the
fair hooker.
No, I gotta give it to him. Hey, I'm gonna let him say because you know why? You gotta give him You gotta give them the story behind that, Sugar Ray.
What, Fair Hooker?
About Fair Hooker.
Yeah, that's a crazy name.
So wait, there's a couple stories, but one of the funniest ones was first Monday night game ever. The Browns were playing the Jets, and the inaugural hosts were Dandy Don Meredith, Howard Cosell, and
Frank Gifford.
Frank Gifford.
No, you know what? Maybe it wasn't Frank Gifford. It was
no, you're right. No, it was Frank Gifford. It was Frank Gifford.
Okay.
Because I actually have that game with the commercials and everything. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, it was late in the game, and they were like, I think Fair Hooker might have made one of his once a year catches, and I think it was Howard Cosell saying, "Yeah, Fair Hooker," and Don Meredith responded, "I've never met one." And at first, I think it kind of went over everybody's head, but then I guess what he was saying. He never met a fair hooker. Never mind. But that was one of the funniest stories that I heard.
That's excellent. I've never heard that.
What was your funny story?
Well, his father, man, he loved that guy. They call him Fair Hooker.
Yeah.
He used to smoke a big stogie cigar.
R.G. Dunn.
Yeah, R.G. Dunn. And me and Sugar Ray, we got something in common because he used to do cement on driveways. Man, we both got hired that day and got fired the same day, man. Not the same time. It was hard work.
Wait a minute, Cody. And the funny part is, I didn't find out about this until probably 20, 30 years later. We just happened to be sitting around talking about it. And he said, "Wait a minute, yeah. He took me out on a construction site too."
Yeah, and he had this big work. Now Junior, you gotta spread that over there, man. That was some hard work, and it was kind of cloudy that day. Yeah, so my only time.
All right, so wait a minute.
About 43s.
Come on. The easiest one of all of them. Come on, man.
I'll let you go ahead and say it.
I already said Fair Hooker.
Mike Pruitt.
Yep. That was the other one. That was the other one.
And the one that I would have gotten would have been TJ Ward. He was one of my favorite, maybe my favorite player as a kid.
I forgot about him. You're right.
Yeah, I was a huge TJ Ward fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you come up with any other ones?
Hold on, let me think for a second.
It seemed like we have 43 over the last several years. I can't.
We've had one. We had one guy wore it in 21 and 22, and then someone else wore it 23, 24, 25.
Okay.
I'm trying to think who wore it before Fair Hooker.
I don't think nobody wore it before Fair Hooker.
Somebody had to.
Someone did, but if you get it, it'll be an act of God. I'll put it like that because it was a wide receiver who played 5 career games and never registered a stat. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Wait. You're saying another wide receiver wore 43 before Fair Hooker?
Yep, he was on the team for 1 year, 5 games, no catches.
What year?
67.
Man, that could have been anybody.
No, I lied. 2 years. 2 years. 4 games in 1967, 1 game in 1968.
43.
That player is currently 82 years old. Was a 9th round pick in the 66 draft.
Is he a household name? Probably not.
Hell no. He had 5. He played in 5 games and didn't have a catch. And he went to North Dakota for college.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Give it to us.
Ron Green was his
name.
Ron Green was the one. He wore it. He wore it the year before Fair Hooker. So some
Wow.
other names that were 43. What I actually would have gotten 3 of these. So Mahmoud Diabate, who had it 23, 24, 25, the last 3 seasons, linebacker. I think he went to Utah and Florida, but I'm not sure what order. John Johnson, safety, was a big free agent signing, then sucked, kind of like Juan Thornhill. He was 2021, 2022. Percy Ellsworth wore it in 2000 and 2001. Del Spear in 93 and 94. Bashawn Adams in 95. Kai Nakua in 2017. And that's Puka Nakua's brother. For some reason, I knew that one. I really liked him coming out, and we signed him as an undrafted free agent. And I convinced myself he was going to be good. I think he started 3 games ever, but for some reason, that's him and TJ Ward is who I think of when I hear that number. And then it goes into some pretty obscure references here. Charles Gaines in 2015. It doesn't even say what position he is. Let me look. Cornerback. Tony Baker in 88. Ron Green, 67. George Jones, 99. Joe King, 91. Calvin Pearson, 02. Fullback Johnny Stanton in 2020. And then 2 guys who Skeet Quinlan and Bob Smith in the 50s.
Quinlan. I remember Quinlan, but I don't remember him having that number though.
How do you remember someone from 1956?
Because when you're coming up and all you do is just you're absorbing and you're trying to remember all these guys. I mean, that was a flex back then when we was kids. Remembering these guys and could spill out in a moment's notice a name. I mean, that was.
What year were you born?
55.
You were 1 year old when this guy played. He played 6 games for the Browns and had 4 yards on 2 carries. How the hell would you remember that?
Yeah, but then once you start looking at I got let's say I got a program from 1956 that has all the players on it. So I'm checking and looking at all the names I got a football from 56 that's signed by the whole team. So you after a while you pick up these names and you're looking at them and then so a lot of times you'll find a ball or something that's team signed, but people don't know what year it's from. So and that's the fun part because now you got to take the roster and you're comparing the names and everything, and then that's how you come up with what year the ball came from. So that's how you just come across those names constantly over the years, and then you kind of remember the name. I mean, I didn't remember the number, but I remember because Quinlan. What was Quinlan's first name?
Skeet.
Who? Pete.
Skeet, Skeet, but his real name was Volney Ralph Quinlan Jr. But he went by Skeet.
Yeah, I think we got him in the I don't know if we got him in that trade from Green Bay or not. I can't remember.
It wouldn't have been Green Bay. He played with the Rams before the Browns.
Who did he play with after the Browns?
Nobody.
Okay.
He was done.
Okay.
It doesn't say. I was looking actually to figure out how he got to Cleveland, but it doesn't say. Did they even have free agency back then?
No.
Well, he was on the Rams from 52 to 56, and then I guess maybe he got cut during the 56 season or traded. It doesn't say, but well, that's something I'll never forget. Skeet Quinlan. What a history lesson from Show Dog.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, I got to be honest, right? It feels like one of our most talk about nothing shows. Not really any big news anywhere after a crazy last week. So we'll start with one of our guys moving on. Texans agreed to a 2-year deal with Wyatt Teller, 3-time Pro Bowler with the Browns, going to a new home in Houston to protect their franchise quarterback C.J. Stroud, which I think it's funny when people are like, yeah, they're getting C.J. Stroud from help. Wyatt Teller has never been known as a pass blocker. He will knock somebody out in the run game, but no one ever was like, yeah, he's going to keep our quarterback safe. Nevertheless, Tony, what's your thoughts on Wyatt Teller going to Houston?
Hey, much blessing and success to him. Hope he can revitalize his career and do well. He will be connecting with an old running back, so maybe he can open those holes for the
Chubb?
running back. Yeah, Nick Chubb. If he comes back with Houston again. Yeah, I thought he was I thought he was an excellent guard for us, and just hey, wish him the best of luck. He just had too many injuries here, and just needed a new home. So hopefully he'll be successful.
Ray, what do you think?
Well, I believe he's on a existing contract or expiring contract with us. So I'm pretty sure we're paying a portion of that contract. So they probably got him cheap. So in my mind, that was probably more than anything. That was the reason they picked him up because they probably had to pay him the league minimum because we're still paying him. I mean, come on, that was like one of the worst lines in all of football last year. But I'm happy for him. If he can get a bag, go somewhere and get another bag, more power to you. But I'm happy with all the offensive line moves that we made in the so far in free agency. So hard to see him.
So I don't think we're still paying him, but I think that he has dead money that counts against the cap. So you know what I'm saying? Like he's
Right.
not actively being paid, but his money because of the way we spread it out. With that being said, they didn't really get him that cheap. It's a 2-year deal with a maximum value of $23 million. It's worth $16 million. So $8 million a year. That's not that much less than what we paid Zion Johnson. Zion Johnson is like 6 years younger, 7 years younger.
Exactly.
Johnson's more of a project guy, but Taylor may be over the hill, man. It's sad to say because he was a really good. Him and his family were advocates of Cleveland, I will say, and I appreciated that. They liked being here. They represented hard, but you can't stay attached to these players forever. And I try to tell people this all the time. At a certain point, guys aren't good anymore, and you can't hold on to them because they used to be good, or we would still have, we might have the ghost of Jim Brown at running back. You know what I mean? You just can't hold on to guys forever. Like, it sucks that Nick Chubb eventually kind of got old and lost a step, and we had to move on. It sucks that Wyatt Taylor's moving on. It sucks that Joel Bitonio looks like he may be moving on. But it's part of football, and ultimately, at least for me, and I don't know how you guys feel, but I assume for Ray, I think he's been a Browns fan for like 900 years now, that you get to the point where it don't really matter who has the jersey on. It's about the jersey. And that's what it is for me. It's about the jersey. And I still love Baker Mayfield in a way, but it was time for him to go. It was time for Chubb to go. It was time I have autographed pictures of a lot of these guys in the room I'm sitting in. Probably not as many as Ray, but like there's a picture of Nick Chubb on my wall. But when Nick Chubb left, I was fine with that. And that leads me to Njoku's the same position. When he left, or now that he's leaving, I'm okay with that because it was clear it was done. It was over. Thanks for what you did, but it's over. We can't keep paying you because of what you did. You get paid for what you're going to do or what we want you to do, not what you did. So good luck to Wyatt Taylor. I hope it goes great. It's a good team down there to be on. If they want to run the ball, he's certainly going to improve that. So
hopefully he still got something left in the tank to open up some holes. Because like I said, this past year he stayed hurt too much. He was real ineffective.
Well, and I will say too, for all the talk that people wanted to say about Deshaun Watson costing so much money, we had a lot of money invested in an offensive line that had kind of got over the hill a bit. Bitonio had gotten older. Taylor had gotten older. Pojich wasn't as good. Conklin couldn't stay healthy. There was a lot of money tied up in those four guys. That was made it just as hard to rework everything as the Watson deal, in my opinion. So it's good. Move those guys out, bring new guys in. They're going to draft multiple offensive linemen next month, whether that be in the first round, at the 6th pick, the 24th pick, the 3rd round, the 4th, whatever. But you can't. You just can't pay Wyatt Teller for what he's done. You got to pay for what you're gonna do, and sometimes you got to let a guy walk. It's hard. It's tough. It's a tough part of the sport, tough part of business, but it is what it is. So we didn't do a lot in free agency this week. Trey Avery, we re-signed. He was a depth cornerback piece. We did, since Ray made the outline, sign Tylan Wallace from the Ravens, who is I think he's a kick return type of guy. He's a special teams ace. He comes to us from the Ravens. And AJ Epineza, who's a little more interesting of a player. He's a strong defensive end. He's going to step into that 4th defensive end role that Cameron Thomas played. And, Cameron Thomas made some good plays last year. But Epineza, I think he's been asked to do a little bit more from the Bills, and I think coming somewhere where he's not expected to do as much could be good. And then Thomas Graham, I think we picked back up. It's another depth move. So nothing really exciting to say, but Tony, do you have any thoughts on these couple of moves that we made?
Hey, continue building up the roster, man. I think they addressed that. I thought they did a good job addressing the line with getting those guards in.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, these guys can be effective, and like you said, with the defensive line, the key to us last year, we had enough to keep rotating them to keep the linemen fresh. So just have to see what happens with the new defensive coordinator and see if they use the same scheme, and these guys will be productive for us.
Yeah, 100%. Ray, what do you think?
Well, to me, the most exciting after the lineman was Espinosa. Is that his name? The defensive end from Buffalo.
Epineza.
Hey, a lot of the Buffalo fans were like, "Hey, you guys got to steal if he can stay healthy." And like you referred to earlier, Cody, I think with him being in the rotation that we're going to have him in, I don't think we're not asking as much as Buffalo was asking him. So I think he should fit in quite nicely with us.
Yeah, no, I agree. And obviously, I think for any defensive lineman to go get yourself paid, you should accept an opportunity to play opposite Myles Garrett. I mean, these guys are still 26, 27 years old. And so I was looking at Cameron Thomas and AJ Epineza. Very similar builds. Epineza 6'6", 260. Thomas was 6'4", 265. Couple years in the league for both of them, 5 or 6. Looks like Cam Thomas in his career has 6.5 sacks. AJ Epineza has 24. So hard not to feel like that's an upgrade. The thing I hear from Buffalo fans the most is that Epineza is just super inconsistent. But perhaps that's something that being a true role player can help. Maybe he's not the best at stopping the run, or certain guys are just not meant to be every down players. And if you're asking more of them than what they're comfortable with, then maybe they won't shine. But if I'm a defensive end that's 26, 27 years old, and I'm a big, strong kid, and I'm like, I need to find myself a home and try to revitalize my career, going and playing opposite of Myles Garrett is never a bad idea.
Exactly.
I was going to touch on that comment here. Is JOK retiring? Have you heard anything, Ray?
Oh, he's done. Stick a fork in him.
Is that something you've heard, or is that just your estimation?
Oh, that neck injury that he has, he would have to be like really, and I don't believe he's that desperate because my understanding is one smack at that neck could make him paralyzed from the waist down. So I don't think we're gonna see him anymore. This is what year? This is the third year that he's out.
Well, it happened during the 24 season. He was out for the rest of the year, 24, 25. So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our running back Jerome Ford has took off to Commanderland. He has joined the Commanders. Lot I can say here. I'll let you guys talk first and kind of gather my thoughts. I'm gonna start with our guest again. Tony, what do you think about Jerome Ford heading to the Commanders?
I thought he was. I thought he became ineffective with us. I'm glad he moved on and helped us get another running back.
Yeah, Ray, what do you think?
Well, you know, a song comes to mind. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey hey hey, bye bye. That's all I got.
I have a couple thoughts on it. So, again, perhaps a change of scenery and a change of offense is good for Jerome Ford. He had when he was a complimentary back to Nick Chubb, I thought he was pretty solid. And the first year, I was like, okay, this guy has something. But it was clear he wasn't fitting in with what we were doing. Maybe a change of scenery is good for him. I did see someone make the claim on Twitter that Jerome Ford signing somewhere else was somehow an indictment of Andrew Berry's drafting. We took Jerome Ford in the 5th round. The type of production that we got out of Jerome Ford as a 5th round pick, you dream of getting that from a 5th rounder.
Exactly.
Like,
can you remember the year that we drafted him?
22. Let me look.
Yeah, I just thinking how strong our offensive line was in 23. So, you know, he benefit from that.
Sure.
That strong offensive line.
Sure. And he played 22, 23, 24, 25, 4 years here. I mean, he had a fine career. Like I said, you dream of that from a 5th round pick. Most guys that you take in the 5th round are never probably going to see your team, and a lot of them may not see your roster. So if anything, I think it's the opposite. I think it's awesome that Andrew Berry got that kind of a production out of a 5th. But yeah,
the thing that I didn't really care for him, and I would say it every play: run through the hole.
Yeah.
He would get to the line of scrimmage and start dancing, trying to find the hole, and that was so frustrating to me.
Yeah, like your boy Trent Richardson. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cody, you remember Trent Richardson?
Yeah, I remember Trent Richardson well.
Hey,
Man,
Cody.
Hey,
he was wait. He was about to, when Trent Richardson got traded, he was so mad he was gonna beat me up. That's how mad he was.
Were you a believer?
Because he was the face of the Browns. He was the face of the Browns, man, for that year. And they got rid of him and got McGahee, who had just had surgery, and brought him in. Man, I was so angry, man. I said, what are these cats doing? And it showed. I think I might not pronounce his name right. D. Podesta, was that the one that was?
Yeah.
He made that move, and it continued with bad moves he made. Although Trent Richardson, he hadn't done anything in the league after he left the Browns, man.
Oh, he was horrible.
Wait. He's leaving out the most important part. We got a first round pick pick back for Trent Richardson, and he went to Indianapolis and did doo-doo.
Yeah, he stunk.
Okay. Yes.
But just out of curiosity, does anybody know who we took with that pick?
I was going to ask. I think me and Ray talked about it, and I think we got a real. Did we get the quarterback Baker Mayfield?
No, we got Wheaton. We got Wheaton that year.
Was it?
Yeah, Brandon. And the only reason I know, I went to the home opener that year, and that's when Brandon Wheaton ran underneath the flag. Against it was. Go ahead, Cody, Google it.
I'm
go
looking
Brandon
right now.
Wall under the flag.
Oh
That
no,
was-
don't worry. I remember him going under the flag. I see
That
that.
was hilarious. And the thing about it, Trent Richardson, that first year, he ran, but I don't know what happened after that first year. It was like he couldn't find a hole to save his life.
You are actually wrong. It was not Trent.
With the Browns. They got rid of him.
It was not Brandon Whedon that we got with that pick. You are actually wrong about that. It was Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel. I knew it was somebody. That,
No. Johnny, wait, the same year that Trent Richardson came out?
The pick that Indianapolis sent us for Trent Richardson in the 2014 draft. Traded up.
I thought you were asking me who did we pick in the first round with Trent Richardson. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
No. We took the pick that we got from Indianapolis and used it to trade up, if I'm not mistaken, with the Eagles to select Johnny Manziel.
but we didn't get him on that pick because he got drafted further down.
22 or 24.
Yeah.
Manziel was 22.
So we had the third pick.
No, it was that we had our first round pick.
We took that wide receiver. Oh no, the cornerback or receiver. I can't remember.
Justin Gilbert.
Right. Oh my God, he was doo-doo.
Gilbert. And everybody, we was at the draft up in Cleveland, and the guy they wanted was a dude from Clemson that just smoked Ohio State, the wide receiver. He ended up going to Buffalo.
Yep, Sammy Watkins.
Yep. That's who everybody wanted, and they traded down to get that defensive back. And they claimed he was the best defensive back in the draft.
Well, here's a funny one about that draft. We had the number 4 pick traded down for Justin Gilbert, and we ended up picking at 8. In that draft, number 1, number 5, number 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 all made a Pro Bowl. So think about that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We had in the top 17, 13 of those guys made Pro Bowls. You had to try to F it up is what I'm trying to get to. There was 13 out of 17 guys made a Pro Bowl, and we managed to draft the one that didn't. And it's just like, how do we do this? And honestly, had we not traded, we would have got Sammy Watkins, and he was one of the other 4 that didn't. And then we ended up having the second pick in the draft, Greg Robinson. He ended up playing on our team and getting arrested. But so many great players in that draft. Literally, after we took Justin Gilbert, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the next 9 guys all made Pro Bowls. If we would have picked anybody else, we would have gotten a Pro Bowler, and instead we get Justin Gilbert. Man. So, back to the draft a little bit. We hosted Louisville wide receiver Chris Bell on a top 30 visit today. 6'2", 220 pounds, 21 years old. I think this increasingly looks like a guy that we may end up with. He played 11 games before a season-ending ACL tear, 72 receptions, 917 yards. That's heavy in 11 games, especially in college when you're playing on an offense that's not with an excellent quarterback. 6 touchdowns. Ray, I'm going to let you start because I see the excitement in your eyes. Talk to me about Chris Bell.
So Chris was one of those guys that, see, Andrew Berry is always looking for value. So my thought process was, okay, if this guy is recuperating, he's even though he would probably have a high or low first round grade, with this ACL, first round is out of it, and possibly even second round is out of it. So I'm thinking if you could get this guy fourth round would be excellent. But if you could get him 3rd or 4th, I'm turning the card and ain't looking back.
Yeah, I've got some of his highlights up here on the screen. Tony, just what are your thoughts on this top 30 visit? And you can watch and get a better idea of what he looks like here.
Hey, I go with Ray. Maybe third, fourth round. Definitely not. One of our top round picks. I mean, he could be supplemental. Maybe he can be effective for us.
Well, the thing is, whoever drafts him, he's not going to be available until probably mid-season because of the ACL injury.
Is he still recovering from it? He
got it. He got it. He did it, I believe, in November. So that means at least he's not going to be ready until November at the earliest. So that's why that's the only thing that's affecting his draft status is that injury. But yeah, he's a bad boy. I like him.
Did you know on Mel Kiper's big board? Do you know where did he rate him?
I do not know. I will say this: that's an impressive touchdown right there. I'll say this: I think if we're going to get Chris Bell, I think it's going to be with his combination of size, strength, and speed. I think it'll be in the second round. That's my guess. If the injury could cause him to fall, but I think he will be a second round guy. That's just my guess is second round. Now, with that said, Ray, you mentioned the ACL tear. It wouldn't concern me a whole lot because think about how fast guys come back from stuff like that these days. That just to me, that's not a huge concern. I'm guessing that we get him at 39 or 70. That's just
in
my
the second
guess.
round.
Well, here's the thing. They have him with his injury. They have him listed as the seventh ranked quarterback. I'm sorry, wide receiver coming out. The seventh ranked. He's a 4.4 guy. And see, I want that Denzel Boston too, man. Just think if they could grab both of them, woo, man.
I don't like Denzel Boston at all.
I do.
What's your reason for not liking him?
I just think he's a little bit of a one-trick pony. He's just big, and I don't think he's necessarily a skilled wide receiver. Just to me, guys like that don't typically pan out. I was looking for a list. I'm high on Omar Cooper Jr. Yeah, I'm seeing him at 7th here too. 4.44 speed. Yeah, man, I'm cool with Chris Bell. They could also double up.
What you think about Chris Brazil from Tennessee?
I need to watch a little bit more of Chris Brazil, but I will say Tennessee wide receivers scare me because if you remember when we took Cedric Tillman, they had another wide receiver that was like, I can't think of the guy's name. He went to the Giants. Let me look it up. Jalen Hyatt. They took Jalen Hyatt and we took Cedric Tillman back-to-back picks, and Hyatt was like, he was like the hot name that everybody wanted, and neither of those guys really panned out. They run a weird offense down there in Tennessee, and I don't think it's conducive to pro success. So I need to watch him more, but I will say that just that scares me. I don't love KC Concepcion. Ran a lot of, yeah. Well, no, he's not even that little. He's 6 foot, but he just didn't run a lot of deep patterns in college, and that I think that makes a difference if you're just catching screens and shit. But I do like Omar Cooper. I like Jeremy Bernard, and I like Chris Bell. I like Jordan Tyson. I like Carnell Tate. I like Mekhi Lemon. Ultimately, it matters where we get those guys, or if we take one of them.
What about Zachariah Branch?
He's a little bit small. He's a slot guy, and he's quick as a cat, though. So I need to kind of look into him a little bit more. But I think it could be a good receivers draft. I will say, but
you like Carnell Tate. You like Tate, man. That should be our 6th pick.
I want the tackle, man. I want the tackle.
Who you want at number 6? Sugar Ray.
If we stay at 6, and the safety from Ohio State is there. I'm turning in the card, and I don't feel that there's a receiver that's worthy of 6, and I don't feel that there's a lineman worthy of 6. That's why I would trade out. I would trade down. But now, if we have to stay there at 6, I'm taking the best player in the draft. And he's a generational talent. Here's the thing: Tate isn't a generational talent. Your boy from Georgia is not a generational talent. So my thing is, if we could get a generational talent at safety for the defense that we already have, then it's not even nothing to think about. But that's me, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's fair. I think it's hard to argue that.
I mean, hell, Tate's not even a bona fide number 1. But we're taking him at 6. Come on, man, make it make sense. Not to say that I wouldn't take Tate. I'm just saying I wouldn't take him at 6. That's all I'm saying.
What if we trade to 9? What if we trade to 9? Caleb Downs is off the board. 9 or 10. Who do you want? Downs is not on the board. Tate's still on the board. Who do you want?
At 10?
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to see all who's all on the board at 10, other than Tate.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know what it is about Tate, but something. We got enough receivers that can't create separations. I'd hate to get another 4 or 5 guy in here that can't create any separation. Because
I told you, man, you're too worried about the 40 times, man. There's great receivers that have 4 or 5 40s. DeAndre Hopkins is a 4 or 5 guy, and he dominated for years.
Well, I guess we'll see. Well, let me ask you this question though. Was DeAndre Hopkins the number 1 coming out? Whoever he played, where did he come from? Alabama? No.
Clemson.
Was he the number 1 receiver there?
No. That's a good question. Probably. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna look that up too.
And that's the real right there.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. That's why, it's hard to say that. Hold on.
Go ahead. I think a lot of people projected Tate to go high.
Huh?
Said he was the best wide receiver in the draft. Tate.
Who? No, they got him. They got him listed as the third. Yeah, he's not even a top quarter receiver.
Who's the top receiver they have listed?
They got Malik Lemon and that Jordan Tyson, which I don't want no parts of that Jordan Tyson. He can't stay healthy.
Well, I'll say this. I have been seeing that there's speculation that Jordan Tyson could fall to 24. If Jordan Tyson's available at 24, there's where you take your chance right there, because you're taking the chance of the number 1 receiver in the draft at 24. Yeah, that's where you take your chance.
Okay, but think about it. Why if he's the number 1 receiver, why he dropped to 24? That's
because of the injuries.
Okay, so what? So which one is it? If he has an injury history, and we already know it, yeah, I can't do it.
You got to take him somewhere, right?
Where did he play?
Arizona State.
Arizona State, or Arizona State.
Arizona State. He's got to be taken somewhere. And to answer your question about DeAndre Hopkins, he was the number 1, but the number 2 was Sammy Watkins. So,
wait a minute, they played on the same. Whoa, man.
Dude, not just that. Remember Martavis Bryant that was on the Steelers for a couple of years? He was on that team. And then they had another receiver named Adam Humphries who had a few good years, I think, for the Titans or Tampa Bay. I can't really remember. So, yeah, there's a lot of guys, man, that have come up. You can make the same argument for Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave, and both those guys have been really good in the NFL. You can make – there's been a lot of guys who have been on teams that have other great wide receivers. I'm not saying that Cornell Tate's going to be great, but I don't like writing him off for his 40 time or because Jeremiah Smith – Emeka Egbuka – Jeremiah Smith sure took a hell of a lot of attention last year, and Emeka Egbuka had a great rookie year. But yeah, going back to the Jordan, and there's talk that Mekhi Lemon did so bad at the combine that he could be available at 24. If one of those two guys are available at 24, I think it's a no-brainer. A no-brainer.
If we get your tackle at number 6, correct?
If we get, well, not necessarily. If we get somebody if it's not a receiver at 6, then I would go receiver at 24.
Man, I'm taking that linebacker that ran a 4.2.
Sonny Styles?
Or is he safety? Or was it the safety?
It was safety.
Oh, that's even better. Give me the safety that ran a 4.2.
He wasn't that effective at Ohio State to me. At defensive back. He has speed. He definitely has speed. Now I think he might have ran some punt returns back.
Ray, let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Do you want Shedeur Sanders to succeed?
Do I want him to succeed?
Yeah.
I want any player that plays for the Browns. I want them to succeed. So yes, I want him to succeed as well.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: do you want us to find a quarterback, right? You want us to have good quarterback play because you're the only person I know that's ever seen a good quarterback play for the Browns. Because
no, Tony has. We're the same age.
Okay, you and Tony. So my point here is, we can't draft a bunch of defensive players, right? If you want,
no. I understand that. All I was saying is that if we stay at 6 and a generational talent is on the board that can help our defense, as opposed to taking a subpar, whether it's a lineman or a wide receiver, I'd rather take the generational talent. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel that.
Who's our starting free safety right now?
22. What's his name? Delpit, and
Hickman.
Right. And
they like Hickman. You can tell because they paid Hickman a little bit.
And we got Hickman. What? He was undrafted, right? Undrafted free agent.
He was undrafted free agent.
Yeah, from Ohio State.
Yeah, what a unsuccess story from Jim Knowles. Ronnie Hickman was considered a pretty daggone good safety, and Jim Knowles come in and completely tanked his draft stock. Big up to that kid for improving his own fortune by going out and making a career with the Browns. But they like him, clearly. So that could be a sign of kind of how they feel about Downs, or, I'm really not sure. What's the situation with Martin Emerson? Is he a free agent?
Did he get hurt?
Didn't he? About to say he got hurt last year, right?
He missed last year, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I mean, he could be. But coming off an injury, I don't believe his I don't believe he's going to be high on anybody's list if he is a free agent.
Yeah, he is a free agent. I look for them to bring him back, and if you wanted to try something crazy, I would try him at safety. He's a big body. Give that a whirl. But we just have to see, man. Like, all the splash free agent stuff is over. We've seen that. Now you're going to see, like, the building blocks, like Epineza, the guys that come in, and that's a prime place to sign, a safety piece, or a, you know what I mean, a receiver, and then there's still going to be the trade market. So let's go forward here. David Njoku visited the Baltimore Ravens. Did we talk about? I mean, I think you had the same thing to say about Njoku as you did.
I can sing my song again.
Yeah. So just, I have some thoughts on this, but what do you think about Njoku potentially going to the Ravens? It's clear his time here is up. Tony, what do you think?
Well, I think it was really about money with him, because from the report, he wanted to stay in Cleveland, but from a business standpoint, he couldn't take a serious cut on the pay. And he had some injuries last year. And I think he still was pretty good blocking tight end. And then you have that situation where he could run out and catch passes. But we found our true tight end in Phantom at Bowling Green. I wish we could cap him, but I think what it's good he's gone because we can focus on getting a tight end that's primary use as the help with the running game as a blocking tight end and receiver second.
Right.
Well, I mean, if he does go to the Ravens, he'll go up there and make some circus catches and then drop the ones that are right in his hand. So, I mean, go Chief.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's that's pretty close to where I'm at with it. He was a frustrating player to watch, and it doesn't seem like I think he was here for like 8 years. At times, because he was in the same draft class as Myles Garrett
or Baker.
No, it was Miles.
Miles, you're right.
It was the Miles, Pepper, Njoku first round.
Yeah, Chubbs was in the Baker one,
and Denzel Ward. so there, I feel like we took him as a young guy and constantly was waiting for him to make the jump, and he just never really made it. And he had plays that you were like, whoa, this is what David Njoku is about. But
Cody, let's be honest though. We didn't really get excited about Njoku until we got Flacco. That last half of the season was so magical.
That's not necessarily true. He had remember the play he made with Jacoby Brissett was the quarterback against the Bucs with Tom Brady, where he made that game-winning catch. It was like a one-handed catch.
But I'm talking about the fairy tale that we had. He was a big part of that fairy tale, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, when it came to Njoku,
like I said earlier, he'll always make those circus catches, but then the third and 3, and we need it right in hand. Oh, what happened?
Well, and that was kind of my point. He would make these circus catches, and you'd see flashes of what you thought he could be, and then you had the Flacco season where it was like, okay, cool, but at this point, I mean, he looked pregnant all last season, like. And I love Njoku. I will say he's, the last 7-8 years, he's been one of my favorite players. He's got a great energy. He plays hard. Just a genuinely likable dude. But you can't come in to a season, especially in a contract year, looking pregnant and keep your job, especially when the new kid that's the rookie on the block looks like a dog.
So, well, he was hurt. Wasn't he hurt last year? Didn't he have some injuries?
Yeah, he ended up getting hurt, which that may have been where he gave birth. But
so, can you pull up his? I mean, just for the point of talking, anyway, you can pull up his stats from the last couple of years.
Give me just a second.
I mean, like I said, that the Flacco thing really, in my opinion, saved it.
Yeah, no, I think it's hard to argue.
Really got affected when when Flacco came in.
I am about to pull this.
Less drops during the Flacco fever time.
That's his career stats.
Okay.
So this year he had. Man, that's rougher than I thought. 11 starts. He had 33 catches. Wow. For 293 yards and 4 touchdowns. Joe Dignan said, if that's pregnant, I'd hate to hear what I look like. Go back and watch one of the game films from this year, Joe. You'll see. He's got a strange stomach situation going on. But go back to 24, 11 games, 5. And really, his best year in 2023, he only had 882 yards. Like, he never had a 1,000-yard season. So it's going to be weird because here's what's going to happen. When we look back at David Njoku, because I don't think he's got a lot of time left in the league. He's 29 now. He'll be one of those guys that's universally loved by Cleveland fans. But if you look at the stats, you're like, he was never great. And I'm not judging too hard because I love Rashard Higgins. Rashard Higgins will always be one of my favorite Cleveland Browns.
Hollywood?
Yeah, Hollywood Higgins. He had like 2 decent years, but Njoku will be the guy that in 10 years from now, he'll retire. He'll live good for a couple years. And then he'll come back to these sports card shows and sign autographs, and people will love him. And they'll bring him to the games, and he'll smash the guitar. And it's like, yeah, I'll always love him. The only thing is,
you know what? That seemed to be the history of the Browns. You know, Sugar Ray and they had the privilege of just meeting so many former Browns players. And I remember him telling me what the punt returner said, Metcalf. When he was at Atlanta, he set a record. He set records when he went to the Falcons. And when he retired, nobody showed love to him like the Browns do with their former players, man. And I mean, they come back, man. They come back because, hey, man, you guys, one thing about Cleveland, man, Cleveland is a blue-collar town. And, man, they just love their players who, you know, played through the cold, gave us a little bit of excitement, touchdown, and they love them when they come back. So, yeah, Njoku, he will come back, and people will be loving to see him, man. They'll love to see him.
well, I do want to ask you guys this. Do you think that some of that goes away if he does sign with the Ravens, as opposed to if he signed with the Dolphins or the 49ers? Because it's the Ravens?
No.
No,
Hey, Joe Hayden signed with Pittsburgh, and we welcomed him back in open arms. With open arms.
Didn't he sign a one-day contract?
Who, Joe Hayden?
Yeah, I thought he signed a one-day contract.
I believe he may have, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe during the game, if he playing against us, you know, they'll be mad at him for a game.
Oh, absolutely. While he playing, absolutely. But after he retires, you already know all will be forgiven.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess business is business, but guy talking about how much he loves Cleveland and going to Baltimore does hurt my feelings a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. It's like, all right, dickhead. There's 31 other teams or 30 other teams, and you're picking that one. You know what I mean?
You know, the most important thing I see right now, we got a group of young talent, and we need to continue building on young. Build on that. Man. Hey, we got those got those interior linemen. I'm so happy because that running game makes the good passer. We got those guards open up those holes, and man, that's going to make the passing game going well for our franchise quarterback, man. Shedeur Sanders. People need to just stop thinking about competition or he's our quarterback. That's the guy, man. Oh man, boy, this old okey doke talking about Deshaun Watson. Hey, it should be Shedeur's job. Deshaun Watson got to fight to try to get that position, man.
But Tony, nobody's gonna say that because once they name him, then what you gonna talk about?
That's true.
They got to have something to talk about. So hey, and here's the thing: even if they named him, they would still find something to talk about that about. So actually, I like the point that first of all, if you're a new guy coming in, hey, wait a minute, and you're coming off of a 3 and whatever season, everybody's job is up, maybe except Miles. But everybody, it should be an open competition for every position.
Yes.
New coach, y'all coming off a horrible record. Whose job should be secure? Nobody's job should be secure. So I like the fact that they're talking about open competition.
Well, you know what might happen? Dillon Gabriel might be our starter with open competition.
Hey,
look at the time.
If he's that good and beats him out, hey, I'm all for it.
And then we're gonna see a bonfire in Virginia. Because he's gonna bring all his Brown stuff up. It's Dillon Gabriel become the starter.
Man. I just want somebody to succeed. I don't care who it is. But at the end of the day, if a quarterback is going to succeed for this football team, we have to find a left tackle. I love what we've done at guard, and I think that we will take more guards in the draft, maybe a center and some tackles. I love it, but we got to find a left tackle because as important as it was to go out and get these guards, left tackle is probably the second most important position on offense. And we got to go get him a wide receiver. We got to get him some people to throw the ball to. Because I can't watch Jerry Jeudy as number one again, man. I can't do it. I can't. I don't care who the quarterback is. So, I don't know. I'm excited for the draft. The thing about the draft that I enjoy is there's more than one way to skin a cat. I want some depth at guard. I want an offensive lineman. Or I want a left tackle. I kind of want another running back. I want a receiver. But there's 8 different picks. There's so many different ways you can go about doing that. There's no one perfect formula. Do I have my preferred one? Yeah, it's Freeling. It's trade down. Take Freeling at 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or whatever you trade down to. Get you a receiver and then get a guard. That's mine. But if they do it the complete opposite way, if they decide that somebody at 6 or 9 or whatever, and they still address all the needs, then hell, I'm cool with it. I trust them. There's no perfect way. There's, as long as the cat gets skinned, I don't care how it gets skinned. There's more than one way to do it.
Hey, but you know what, Cody? We might have a number one already on the team because what a lot of people are forgetting, Isaiah Bond didn't even have a training camp. He came to us after the first game or the week of the first game. So I believe with a full off season, training camp and preseason, I just think he's going to be in the mix. And
I think he'll be in the mix, but I still would rather him be a number 2 and then Jeudy be the number 3. You know what I mean? I'd still rather bring.
No. Put Jeudy in the slot. And then that's why we need a big body receiver, and that's why I would take the kid. Now, I know I couldn't take him at 6 either, but that tight end, wait a minute, he's a wide receiver in the tight end body. The kid from is it Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't even imagine if we could get him. Because you could move him in the tight end, you can move him out wide, you can put him in the. He's like a chess piece. You can move him all over the board. I would love to have him.
Hey, that could be something that Monken wants to do. He uses a lot of tight ends, man. There's more than one way to skin a cat. And ultimately, we have our opinions on what needs to be done, but we don't know how Monken likes to play. He may want.
Cody, Andrew gonna call you after this call. He trusts you. He's been watching this podcast.
All right.
Who you calling?
Andrew Berry gonna call Cody. I think he's real knowledgeable. And I appreciate Joe putting that in the chat about the family offense. It was horrible, and I'm glad he's gone. But he gonna call you in about 10 minutes. He gonna say, "I trust you. Who do I take at number 6?" He gonna ask you, Cody.
You want to? You know what I would say?
We already know who Cody gonna take.
No, I would say. Are you keeping number 6 or are you trading number 6? That'd be my first question.
You can't.
If he wants
question.
Well,
he asked you.
If he says I'm keeping number 6, who should I take? I would
should
say
he keep number 6 or should he trade down?
Say what?
Should he keep number 6 or trade down?
Trade down. 100% trade
down. Okay. So if he's going to trade down, what's the minimal thing he should get for trading it down?
2 firsts.
2 firsts this year, or 1 first this year and 1 next year?
Right.
Either way works for me. Here's the thing: if it's 2 firsts this year, that's probably all you're getting. If it's 1 this year, 1 next year, you can probably get a 4th or a 3rd or a pick swap. You can get some other stuff with it. Either one's fine with me. Honestly, either one's fine. You're still keeping 2 firsts this year, as long as you're not losing a top 70, top 80 pick this year. I'm fine. I still think the pick's Monroe Freeling. He's a true left tackle. Do I think he fixes anything? Do I think he's like overnight success, plug and play? Probably not. There's probably going to be some growing pains with him only being 22, but it's an important position, man. I think that you've got to protect whoever it is. If it's Sanders, you've got to protect his blind side. And to me, that's the pick. That's just what I think. But like I said, there's almost no one that I'll be mad over. I will say that. There's almost no one that if they say the Browns with the 6th pick or whatever, that if they say we drafted them, that I'd be pissed. I don't think there's I looking at almost no one. I'll just say that. I'll look at it and tell you. Are you going to be here next week, Tony?
I'll be around next week. Yes.
I'll look at it and tell you if I can find somebody that I would be genuinely like, oh no. But I can't think of anybody offhand.
Hey, real quick to everybody that's in the messages. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll be starting a new show giveaway. There'll be a winner every week. I'll have all the pictures of the prizes. I'm pulling out prizes now as we speak. So make sure you tune in next week because we will be giving away a lot of really nice gifts. Next week, be there.
Hey, in closing, who's gonna win the NCAA tournament? Who's your favorite?
Duke.
Michigan.
Come on, man. That's got to be against some kind of rules that we've established here.
I think they're going to be the same.
Hey,
yeah, Joe. Next Thursday, Joe.
Next Thursday. Hey, Ray. Before we go, I got a trivia question for you.
Yes, sir.
1971 Cleveland Browns. Who wore number 29?
If he don't know it, I know it.
It was either wait. 71.
1971 Cleveland Browns.
It was either Sumner or something. Summers or Sumner. Is it Sumner?
Walt Sumner.
That ain't no trivia question. I knew that.
And I think he played for Florida.
Hold on, I'll check.
I think he did
Florida
come out
State. Florida State.
State.
Man,
because I always got Summers and Sumners mixed because there was two of them.
Man, I literally just went to a random year, went down to a random player, and just picked somebody. Wow, I'm impressed. Ray, get us out of here.
Hey, Joe, don't get mad, man. Those cats can play some basketball.
All right, well, hey, it's that time. Look at the clock on the wall, people. It's that time. So glad everybody showed up. Just remember, next week we're starting the contest. More details will be coming all through the week. But as always, go ahead, Tony.
I don't know what I was supposed to say.
Go Browns! Come on, come on! What are you doing?